Hi everyone, welcome back. So this week we are going to be doing a tour of a community college. If you did your lesson for earlier this week, we learned about 2-year universities and 4-year universities. So today we're gonna tour a community college. And we're gonna tour one that's here in the neighborhood of Glendale. Anybody familiar with Glendale? It's just past by the Griffith Park area, so it's on that side of town. So let's get started.
Our library is located in a 4-floor building east of Plaza Vaquero. The library serves the community as well as students, staff, and faculty. In addition to its print and digital collection, the library houses internet-ready computer stations, the Glendale College Art Gallery, and a fully equipped copy center. Group study rooms are available on the 3rd and 4th floors. Additional services for students, such as academic tutoring, are also offered here at the library.
So, as you can tell, it's also a very big campus. Usually community colleges are not as big as 4-year universities. So I know the schools that we've been seeing are probably a lot bigger than a community college like this one. But look at this huge library. So one thing that I did want to talk to you all before we continue is actually how much does a community college cost to attend in comparison to the other schools. So it costs $46 per unit, and a unit is known as a credit in college. So for those of you in middle school and high school, or those that are in 4th and 5th grade that are going into middle school, you start accumulating credits in order to graduate or culminate to the next level. So in college, we call them units. So like I mentioned, it's $46 per unit, and each semester is $552, and for the whole school year, it's $1,104 for the whole school year. But that is only tuition. That is only the cost of tuition. That doesn't include books, housing, and all that good stuff. And a fun fact is actually that community colleges do not have dorms, so we will not be taking a tour of a dorm. Usually when people go to community college, they live at home and they commute to the campus, so it's a little different as far as student life at the college, but they still have a lot to offer if community college is going to be your choice. And like I mentioned, please check out that lesson plan that explains the differences between a 2-year college and a 4-year college. And if you can't find it, just let me know and I will send you the link so that you can get to it. All right, so let's keep looking at this library. This building is pretty neat. As they said, they offer tutoring and a lot of different things that other colleges also offer in their libraries, so that's pretty awesome. Look at that view of the mountains. That's beautiful. All right, let's see what other photos we have here. A little bit more of the library. I wonder what this building is right here. Looks like a Easter egg decorated. Another picture, and from far away. That's pretty cool. All right, let's move on. And also make sure that you do print out the scavenger hunt. We are doing another scavenger hunt today, so make sure you print it out. It will be in order, so you probably missed an answer from the previous one, so just pay attention moving forward. All right, let's get going.
Campus gatherings and activities often take place here at Plaza Vaquero, central to most campus buildings. It's also a popular place to relax outside with friends or a book. GCC has many active student clubs. Events range from poetry slams and talent shows to cultural celebrations, and often draw members of the community.
Cool, so it looks like this is where they would usually set up a lot of like the informational stuff for clubs and organizations to send out informations. Let's look around. So Plaza Vaquero, pretty cool. Do you guys know what vaquero means? So vaquero actually means cowboy in Spanish. So the Cowboy Plaza. And then let's see what pictures we have. Close up of the fountain. I can't get over that view. That is a beautiful view of those mountains. Wow. Imagine just relaxing here on the grass, studying for your next class. Cool. All right. Moving on to the Sartorius Field.
Sartorius Field is where the Vaqueros football, soccer, and track and field teams lace up for their competition. The field features spin turf, and the track is state-of-the-art as well. The Vaqueros are part of the Western State Conference and have celebrated many championships over the years. Other athletic programs at GCC include tennis, cross-country, golf, basketball, volleyball, baseball, and softball. Events such as graduation and commencement ceremonies are also hosted here.
So that's a pretty cool thing. They have a football team, which not a lot of community colleges do. So that's great that they actually do have some football and other sports. Did they happen to mention any sports that you play? You know, it's a great stepping stone if you do want to play in college and you didn't really get a good start in high school. You can go and show your skills in community college and then hopefully get recruited to a four-year university. But obviously that is small pickings, so pretty awesome though that they do have that football team there. My university actually did not have a football team. You know, usually you expect big universities to have football teams, but we actually did not. So UC San Diego does not have a football team. I don't think I missed it. You know, I do like football, but also I think it would have caused a lot of distractions. So for me, I was okay without the football team. But they do sound like a lot of fun. So it's kind of a on your own kind of discretion type of thing. All right, let's check out these pictures. So anyone can really go and work out on the on the track and field, and you know, as long as they're not using it, it's pretty open to the public. I know that I used to actually go run and do some stairs at Cal State LA. I know we toured it a couple weeks ago, and we didn't get to actually see the stairs that they have. They have these stairs that just, you know, give you a good workout. So I used to just do that at night with some friends, and you know, I didn't go to Cal State LA, but anyone was able to just walk on campus and, you know, use the facilities. As long as you didn't need to get inside a building and use the resources around it, then you were good. All right, so let's move on to the bookstore.
GCC's bookstore is located.
And remember, when this happens, if you're doing a U-Visit on your own, if this happens, just make sure you click the X. There's no need to learn more, apply online, or schedule a visit. We're just doing the tour, so just click the X.
On the first floor of the J.W. Smith Student Center, adjacent to the library building. Here you'll find print and digital textbooks for sale or rent, as well as non-academic titles. You can also get a wide range of GCC apparel and accessories, and plenty of tech and other supplies for class and campus living.
Cool, so here, as you can tell, it's just a regular bookstore. Like all the bookstores that we've seen, you can get books, you can get different items. Let's look around first. So the police is right next to it. And here's a cool thing. Every college and university actually has its own police department. So you have campus police right on campus. So if anything ever happens, they're right there to protect you all. Okay, let's see what other photos we have here. So here's a little bit, same deal as other other colleges bookstores. They have sweaters, they have swag, they have the college name on it. You also have your school supplies, and then obviously the books that you can purchase for your classes there. You actually don't have to purchase books at the bookstore of your college. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy them online, and there's multiple websites that you can use to buy them or rent them, and it ends up being a little cheaper sometimes, depending on the topic and the type of book that it is, if it's a popular book or not. But usually you could find it cheaper than the bookstore, but obviously the convenience of having it there is what is a big draw for people. So let's see this last picture. All right, we're moving on to a building.
The San Gabrielle Building is a multi-purpose academic and technology facility. You'll find a computer lab and our high-tech center for students with disabilities on the first floor. You'll travel to the second floor to take courses in business, computing, mathematics, and sciences, and up to the third floor for courses in visual arts.
Cool, so this seems to be their biggest building probably there. So let's take a look around. Seems like it has a lot of technology in it. Cool. Let's see the photos. Let's see if they show us a picture of inside. So this is some of the inside. Looks like a little ship. You know how the ships have the little circle windows? Oh, bummer, they didn't show us a picture of the inside. But, oh, there is a cool cafe right underneath it. If you need to catch some coffee or a snack before class or after, you have that. All right, moving on to...
Here we are at the Auditorium Building, home to our music and performing arts departments. The facility features state-of-the-art music and piano labs and Yamaha grand pianos. In addition to classrooms and studios, the building houses our main stage and studio theaters, which are two of GCC's most prominent performance venues. The GCC community and public flock here to see plays, musicals, symphonies, jazz performances, dance, and more.
Wow, pretty good. It looks like they have a really great performing arts program there. And you know, every community college and every college period is going to have their strengths and weaknesses as far as the programs that they offer. So that's something that you should really consider when picking a college. I know I talked about this before about making sure that they offer your major, but if you're going to go to community college, then you want to make sure that you don't just pick the school that's right next to your house. You really want to do some research around the area and see if another school offers a lot more different departments. So for example, I know Glendale is really known for transferring to four-year universities, so their transfer rate is really high, meaning that a lot of their students end up getting into a UC or a Cal State after 2 years of going there. And they also have a big nursing program. So, you know, just really doing your research once you do start thinking about it so that you know what you're working with. All right, let's see if they show us the inside of this auditorium. That's pretty cool, the little tile work on top of the doors. And I love the doors. Teal is my favorite color, so I love that. So this is one of the classrooms. So I know when you think of auditorium, you think it's just going to be an auditorium like at your school with a stage and everything, which I'm sure this does have. But they also have classrooms in it. And as you can tell, the classrooms are pretty small. So it looks like, I believe it said that the average class size was 35 to 1, meaning that you'll approximately have a class with 34 other people and one teacher, which is pretty small for a college. You know, so that's something to keep in mind. And here's another picture of the doors. All right, so moving on to a different building.
San Rafael is home to social and computer science programming, as well as GCC's Health Center. Kreider Hall on the building's first floor is where many guest lectures and other presentations take place. Student Services is located on the second floor, and the San Rafael Computer Lab, where several different courses are held, is located on the third floor.
Cool. So let's check out this San Rafael building. Looking around, it looks like football's really big with the banners. Cool. Okay, so let's see the photos. This is the outside. A little bit of the inside. Very Spanish style building. So as you guys can tell, every school has its theme as far as like what their architecture looks like. So this to me screams Spanish style. I don't know if I'm right, but I'm just gonna say it. Okay, so that was the last building, I believe. Yeah. So this was kind of a short tour. I know we didn't get to see a lot of it, but I think these are the main big points of the college because, like I mentioned, community colleges are smaller than four-year universities, so it does make sense that they only highlighted their major buildings and their major the field and the quad area. So to wrap up this community college tour, remember that most community colleges do not have dorms. They do not offer any type of dorming on campus. I believe there's only one community college in California that offers dorming, and it's really hard to get it because a lot of people want it. So yes, second point is that it is a lot cheaper to attend a two-year university. Like I mentioned, the tuition cost for the whole year is $1,100, but obviously that does not include transportation, it does not include food, it does not include books. That's just literally to attend the school. A cool thing about it is that there is something called the California College Promise. So you'll learn about that when you get to high school a little bit more, but just to kind of expose you guys to it, it basically means that if you graduate from a high school in California and you promise to take a certain amount of classes and keep your GPA up, and you actually show that you have a financial need in your FAFSA, then you actually get your tuition waived. So, that's something to keep in mind, but obviously you have to qualify for it. And by that, it's a major one is that you obviously have to commit to doing certain things while you're there. And your parents have to have a certain income so that your FAFSA shows that you have a need for that assistance. So FAFSA is a big one. We are going to talk about financial aid and how to pay for college in the next couple weeks. So you'll learn a little bit more about that, but I just wanted to kind of expose you all to it now. So that was Glendale Community College, and I know that Glendale is not one of the schools that I even think of when I think community college, but I thought it was really interesting that their transfer rate was really high and that they have a football team. So that was pretty cool. But in the next couple weeks, we'll probably explore a different community college in the LA area. Maybe one that's closer to you guys, which might be like El Camino, Southwest, Trade Tech. There's so many community colleges in the area, but also keep in mind that if you start early and you know what you need to do in order to get into a four-year, the hope is that you guys do go to a four-year university, but obviously that's all up to what you guys want to do in the future. So thank you all for joining me. Please make sure that you answer your scavenger hunt questions, and if you can please take a picture and upload them to our Instagram, that would be great. I want to make sure you guys get some credit or something. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I am Miss Norma, and we are out of here. See you next time.